Hey, darling. Hmm? I got a question for you.
What?
About your friend slash mother. Balora, right?
Yeah, what about her?
What's your, what is your guys' story? Like, who is she?
Basically, Balora was my mother. Once.
Once? Why once?
Okay, let's start from the beginning. My father, Freddy Fazbear, he was a good man, a good father to me and my two siblings, Spring Bonnie and Toy Chica, and even me. I was the littlest. Apparently, Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica were born on the same day, but I was only born like a second later. My dad gave me nicknames, especially to my siblings. Spring Bonnie's nickname was Ben, for some reason. My nickname was Gold, because I'm basically gold. And my my sister was, her nickname was TC, for Toy Chica. My dad met a woman named Balora, but they weren't married yet. They had us when they were literally just boyfriend and girlfriend. About a year passed. I was so little, so I only remember a little bit. But I do remember the wedding day. This is my favorite part of those two's marriage. It was a very happy moment for me and my siblings. But then one day, my father, Freddy Fazbear, cheated on Balora. He was so ungrateful. Said he didn't really care for her. Wanted her to burn in the scrapyard. I was there for this, Twirly. I heard the entire goddamn thing. I never said you weren't there. Continue. Okay. They got a divorce. Apparently my brother and sister were against Balora after everything she did for them. They wanted to go with my father. I defended Balora every chance I had, but the vote was too clear. My father took me and my siblings. I didn't want to go with him, honestly. Not after how ungrateful he was to her. My father met a woman named Lucy, and she was an asshole. Even for a stepmom, she was an asshole. She treated Spring Bonnie and my sister with respect. But for me, she treated me like I was fucking nothing to her. She treated Spring Bonnie and Toy Chica like she was their own kids. She treated me like I was fucking nothing. Every time I would do something wrong, she flip. But Laura never did that. If I would have dropped the cup on accident, she would help me. I would help clean it up, and she would too. And all she would say is, the only thing that Laura would say to me was, "Be more careful, sweetie. You could have hurt yourself." Lucy, however, just snaps and cusses me out, sends me to my room. Actually, no, carries me and throws me in there. Then one time, I snuck out of the house to see if I can ever find Ballora again. I couldn't stand to stay in that house with that bitch and my ungrateful ass father. I found Ballora. That sick maniac. She was terrified. Who was she with? That purple ass freak. William. By the time I got there, Ballora didn't agree to go back with him. So, he fucking stabbed her in the fucking eye. Donna, come down. Kel's going, turning red. Alright. Sorry. Motherfucker. Almost killed her. I saw what happened. I was there. All of that oil spilled all over the ground. I managed to jump on the motherfucker and fucking bite his ear off. Half of it. He threw me against the wall and nearly stopped my head in until I grabbed the knife that he dropped and stabbed him in the foot and ran. Ballora was already gone. But she abandoned you? No, she would never. I wanted her to leave. I wanted her to get out of there alive. But she knew I was there. After that, William was after me. He chased me through the woods for a while until I bumped into my father. He got pissed at me, hit me with a stick because I snuck out of the house. He dragged me to the car, threw me in. Then one day, my brother and sister grew up and left the house. Then there was a break-in. This man killed my father and my stepmother. My brother and sister left me to deal with this myself. Manager, I tried my hardest to stop this burglar, but he smacked me in the face with the gun, and slammed me against a shelf and tipped it over on me. It crushed me and broke my 2 legs. But Ballora, however, didn't forget that day I saved her. She brought her friend Metaton. Metaton was there when I was born. This is a picture of me and him. Or her, my bad. Sorry. I forgot that Metaton's a female. I know she looks like a man, but she's not a man. Just trust me and believe it. I never said she was, darling. Continue, please. Metaton and Ballora came across the house. They saw the windows broken. They saw the bodies of my father and my stepmother. As much as I hated my father, he didn't deserve that. Mediton and Ballora were looking all over for me because they knew that TC and Ben went on with their lives. Mediton and Ballora heard my cries coming from the bedroom. They saw the shelf that was crushing me, that I was underneath it. Mediton and Ballora tried to get the shelf off me. Mediton was trying to calm me down by telling me to stay calm and breathe. Although I started to scream because the shelf was crushing my legs, Mediton told me to stop screaming and remain calm. It broke me for them to struggle to get it off me, as Ballora got even more angry as the shelf wouldn't move. She knew that I was in pain, and she also began to cry as well. Mediton managed to pull me out of there as I let a trail of oil lead right behind me because of my legs being broken. Mediton and Ballora got me out of there alive. I don't know what I would be right now if it wasn't for them. Just be darling. I passed out from oil loss in Ballora's arms. When I passed out, I heard her scream my name. All I heard was Mediton and her telling me to stay awake. I was getting so lightheaded, I was about to fall asleep. They straightly told me, stay awake, don't fall asleep. And I passed out in her arms. I woke up and I couldn't move. I couldn't move my arms or my legs. Mediton was there to calm me down. Her and Ballora. They raised me. Every now and then, Ballora had to carry me every day because I couldn't walk. Her and Mediton, they both had to carry me. They still love me, and they still do. Every night, and then they had to waste their time getting up in the middle of the night to comfort me when I was sad. Especially Ballora. She was still recovering her injuries from that fucking monster. All thanks to that fucking madman back there in that fucking asylum. Every day I would have nightmares of this incident. Ballora, Mediton literally stayed in my room until I went to sleep. But even when I was asleep, they'd still stay to make sure if I was okay. I owe them my life. Wow. And then, when I grew up, I got taken away from them. And that's how I ended up here. We worked together. I made a pizzeria called Escape Fred's Playland. Me and them worked there together. But until one day a company decided to take me away from the restaurant, away from them. I haven't seen Ballora or Metaton since.
So sorry, darling. I didn't know what messed up for you.
Then William got a job there. Ballora and Metaton weren't around because they were sick. Well, Ballora was sick. Metaton had to take care of her. William put an error in my code and made me kill 5 children, including his daughter. And he tried to pin it on me. That motherfucker, I'm gonna make sure he burns. Calm down, darling. And then I got taken away from the restaurant. According to Ballora, she showed up and couldn't find me until the manager told me that I was taken away from the restaurant. Because after what I did, I killed innocent kids, and it's all his fucking fault. His blood, those blood of the children, and his daughter's blood are on his hands. It was done by him, not me. That's the story.
Darling, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I messed up for you. Come here, darling. You're okay now, darling.